before I start this review, I'd just like to quickly say, get in! Come on! Get in! Sunderland win on penalties! Was it against the run of play? Was it unfair that QPR got a goal disallowed, but really shouldn't be allowed? No, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I really don't care. Come on! Absolutely buzzing. It's mad that literally a couple of hours ago, I didn't really care whether we won or lost. Then as the game went on, the lads were making me prouder and prouder and prouder, and they were putting in such a good performance, really competing. You wouldn't have known who was the Championship side and who was the League One side. And, you know, it got to the point where I thought, I really want us to win this now. Not at any point did I want us to lose, of course, but I didn't really care too much about the result. Then I noticed how we were competing, how well we were playing, and, you know, as soon as it went to penalties, my God, you always think, you know, it's Sunderland, we don't win penalties, particularly in competitions like this. And we've done it. We've absolutely done it. Don't get me wrong, some of those QPR pens, dear God, they were utter shite. But we got the look of the draw, we got the rub of the green, we played well throughout the game, and we're through to the quarter-finals of the League Cup. League One Sunderland, we're through to the League Cup quarter-finals. What are you saying? What are you saying? So getting into the game, I'm going to try and calm down. We did start with Burge in goal, my man of the match. Left back, we had Hume, we had Bailey Wright, we had Alves, and we had Winchester at right back. We had O'Nien, Evans, and Dhannoo in the middle. Then up top, we had Ross Stewart, and then we had Dietrich on one side of him with Gooch on the other. Now, the opening 15 minutes, I actually thought we controlled the game. We looked really comfortable. We kept hold of possession, pinging it around really well. We made a couple of really good chances. One of them, Dietrich, drove down left-hand side, taken on his man, and instead of slipping it across goal where Stewart would have had pretty much an empty net, he's gone for goal himself. He struck it straight at the keeper, and it's gone out. We had another chance as well that Daniel's wriggled through 2 or 3 players and he's gone for the bottom left-hand corner, and their keeper actually made a really good save, tipping it around the post. So at this point I thought, Jesus Christ, we're really up for it here. But after that 15 minutes, we just kind of lost that momentum a little bit. We started to show a little bit too much respect, which of course you have to show respect to a side like QPR. But we started to sit back. We got deeper and deeper, and we allowed more and more possession to QPR, and then they started to get some really good chances. And a couple of saves from Burge, by the way. I know we big up Hoffman, but he didn't put a foot wrong all night, be it claims for balls from corners or set pieces or just crosses in general, when to punch, when to catch. And some of the saves, like I say, one of it was a drill from the edge of the box. It skidded off the wet surface, and he's managed to get to it. And he got a really good hand to it as well. And, you know, we did have to, you know, ride our luck a few times. Some of the scrambles, goal mile scrambles, it could have gone anywhere. And QPR started to dominate. We managed to last the half. So, like I say, 15 minutes, I felt like we dominated and controlled somewhat. And it was more sort of counter-attacking football, i.e. just sort of allowing QPR all the possession. Second half, it was a completely different game, you know. Unfortunately, in the first, Hume went off injured, and before that, I think he was brilliant. I think defensively he was good. Going forward, he linked up really well with Dietrich, but unfortunately, he went off injured, which is a massive shame for him. You know, I know some people have got on his back since the contract, you know, the whole contract situation, but he was really good before he went off. He really was. So I'm going to give that to him, and of course, Sirkin come on. Second half, it was just a really even game. I feel like it was a really even game. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say Sunderland were class. I don't think we were, but we really did compete with a very decent Championship side, a side that I expect to be around the playoffs come the end of the season in the Championship, because they are a good side, they've got a good squad within them. So it was really pleasing for me to see how well we did compete, and the attitude of the lads was second to none. It really was absolutely second to none. And I'm not getting ahead of myself here. Well, I am, but we were really good. I'm really proud of the lads. But yeah, we just kept picking up knocks, kept picking up injuries. Luke O'Nien went down a couple of times. Dietrich eventually went off as well. Who, for me, I know, you know, he seems a nice lad. He's definitely got a character. He's got personality. We see him on Instagram and stuff like that. People starting to fall in love with him. I get it. And don't get me wrong, for the first 15 minutes, I think he was brilliant. But other than that, I'm not going to lie. And again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I think he was absolutely garbage. I won't lie to you. I think he was garbage in terms of his decision making. There's a few times where, you know, he'd take on his man. I'm thinking, get in the box. Ross Stewart's free. A couple of times in the box, I saw Ross Stewart, you know, kind of almost outside the camera, going absolutely apeshit because he needed the ball. He wanted the ball to be played in, but he tried and take on his man and do it again and again and again. A bit like a Gooch of old, even though Gooch does that sometimes anyway. But yeah, so Dietrich ended up coming off. But, you know, like I said, I'm not going to slate him too much, but I just don't want you to think that just because I'm really excited and happy, I'm going to say everyone was perfect, because they weren't. So yeah, so Dietrich ended up coming off injured. We also had another injury with Stewart, but he was holding his shoulder, but luckily stayed on for the remainder of the game. Later on, we did bring on O'Brien, we brought on McGeady, you know, Evans come off as well. And we also brought on Doyle, and Alves came off, which I was quite surprised about. I was quite surprised. I don't know whether that was just a cautionary thing or what. I don't know, because I thought Alves was actually very, very good. I think he was a hell of a lot better than Bailey Wright. There was one scary moment where a ball was flung in, and Alves did throw himself at it. He tried to clear it and he sliced it, and it nearly goes into our top corner. But other than that, he was very good, very short on the ball. He was very mature, kept it on the floor when it needed to be, whereas Bailey Wright, since the 20th minute, he seemed fucking hell-bent on trying to get an assist for QPR. The amount of times he tried to dummy his man and then turn back towards our own goal, and it never worked. You know what I mean? It never worked. He thought he was trying to, you know, sort of do over the striker who's pressing him, and he nearly lost it every single time. I felt his decision-making was absolutely shite. But either way, you know, I'm not going to get too negative in this video. Of course I'm not. But yeah, so they got their goal. They did get a goal that somehow were judged offside. It wasn't. The ball's pinged in, and I think it was Adoma who got the ball, or the lad on the right-hand side. I think it was Adoma who got the last touch of Charlie Austin. But as the ball is struck, it does hit Doyle. And either way, whether it hits Doyle or not, Austin is onside. And he's knocked it into what's practically an empty net. And luckily for us, very luckily for us, they've been robbed. They have been robbed, because they should have got their goal and they probably would have seen it out, because I think that would have deflated us. But, you know, just before the end of the game, it was literally the last kick of the game, we managed to get McGeady through on the left-hand side. He's 1-1 with his man, he's took it down the left, and he's driven it across goal hard and low, and that keeper, again, makes a fantastic save. Then the full-time whistle goes after what's been a really, really good contest of football, which, again, I'm just so happy with the way we competed. I'm so proud of the lads. You know, a couple of individuals could have done better, as I say. You know, even Dhannoo, you know, for example, I think, even though I love the lad, and I think it's well documented how much I love the lad, he's got a very bright future, he's an excellent player. I feel like he shied away for large portions of the game, apart from the good chance he had in the, you know, sort of opening 15 minutes. I feel like he shied away quite a bit. But yeah, so like I say, I'm not going to tell you everyone was perfect, because they weren't, but we take it to penalties, and like I say, Burge makes a save, and they have a couple of penalties that go way over. Big Ed scores for us, Stewart scores for us, and so does Pritchard, and we're through to the quarter-final of the League Cup. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it? Absolute madness. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm going to chill out now. I need to calm down. I've literally just finished watching the game and come straight on here. I'm too excited. I'm sorry if that didn't make any sense, but I'm absolutely buzzing my little chebs off. But yeah, so a brilliant performance. So proud of the lads. We're on to the quarter-finals now. And, you know, it gets to the point in this the competition where you need to start taking it seriously. Not that we weren't now, but, you know, a lot of people say just focus on the league, which is, of course, an important thing. But this isn't the Pizza Trophy, you know. This is the League Cup. This is the Carabao Cup, you know. It's a big thing, particularly for a League One club. So we should be taking it seriously. And we should be absolutely eating up every second of it, you know. Absolutely, you know, relishing it. Love it, you know. But yeah, man of the match for me is Burge. He made some brilliant saves. His decision-making was great. His kicking was brilliant, as well as distribution was good. You know, for the match stick he's got in the past, he was very, very good tonight, and he saved us as well. So yeah, I'll give my man of the match to Burge. What do you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you're a Sunderland fan buzzing to go to the quarter-final of the League Cup, hit that like button as well. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care, stay jam.